How you doing? Welcome to American Beer TV. We're drinking Goose Island's Matilda today, and that's a Belgian pale style beer.
It's like a still a Abbey style
Abbey
beer.
style ale. Yes.
But this would be a Belgian single, right?
Yep, exactly.
It's not super high in alcohol.
No, about 7%. Basically made with pretty standard Belgian hops, Saaz and Styrian Golding, and 2-row malt and caramel malt, which gives it that bit of an amber color, a little kind of like toasted honey color, I think they would call that. That's really nice.
Toasted honey. It does look like toasted honey.
Yeah,
looks a lot like honey.
That's that little bit of that caramel malt in there. So let's. Oh, you're getting a little funk in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fermented primarily with the Belgian style ale.
We both went, whoa.
Yeah. And
Very
then what
surprising.
they do is they take it, once it's done with primary, they go into secondary and they do it totally with Brettanomyces, which is actually a wild yeast that they use.
Right.
And it really is renowned for bringing out a lot of sour funkiness. That you'll always hear beer people talk about Brett. I
get this like weird smell of like green plant or something.
Yeah, they call it
really
cool. Funk.
Yeah, got this like weird, some sort of like leafy plant, tropical plant or something like that going on.
But it's I think almost in some terms they might call it dank instead of funk.
Yes,
it might be dank.
That's a perfect term for it.
Yeah,
this is some dank ass beer.
Yeah, because it's grassy. And rich and just...
I like it.
Yeah.
And it really threw me off. When we both smelled it, I was like, whoa! I wasn't
that one's really unique.
We're talking about honey and all these sweet, like fruity things, and we smell it, and you're like, whoa, okay. Let's drink it.
Cheers. Yeah, definitely. Cheers. Let's see how it goes. Wow. That's pretty smooth.
It is really freaking good.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
That's, for all the funk and the dank and all the other adjectives in the aroma, it's really very smooth and drinkable.
It's super balanced.
Yeah.
It's like super balanced. You get a lot going on from beginning to middle. The finish really starts to take on like a whole new monster.
It does. Right about 3/4 of the way through your palate,
Yeah. Now that it's finishing, I'm getting like this like really aromatic, like flowery taste.
Yeah.
In my mouth.
I was kind of. It's definitely herbal. I think herbal, grassy. I don't know, but it's damn good. I mean, some of the descriptions we're having. I mean, it's made with Brett, so when you do that, you're going to have some interesting
really
characteristics.
I'm totally blown away by this beer. It's really good.
It's not what
I'm happy. I'm all
It's not what I expected at all. I mean, not that I expected anything bad. I was totally expecting very good, but I was expecting a lot more like a Flemish red with all the Brettanomyces that they use. I was really expecting more like a Flemish red and that sourness to really come on. But it's very mellow and it's very balanced.
And my palate is like coated with like this beautiful like sweetness. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is so balanced. There's a lot going on.
Really good.
This is fantastic.
I want to like let it warm up a little bit almost.
Yeah.
We don't have enough time on this video, do we?
I don't think so. But
we're just gonna drink it too fast.
And who can blame us? Really, this is good stuff. Go get one. You'll see why.
So we just got. This is part of a Goose Island series.
Right.
They've done a bunch of different Belgian style beers. Goose Island makes really great beer.
Right.
The first time, I'll share a little story with y'all. The first time I tried Goose Island beers was at a Great American Beer Festival, and I always thought Goose Island beers were. I've heard of the company before, but I just thought, no, they're like another, microbrewery in, Midwest somewhere. So they must have had like 10 or 12 different beers. They had some stuff on draft, and they had coolers full of bottles like this. And they weren't even labeled. They were just like, tape and like tags on them. And like the girl behind the counter, she's like, "Oh, you want to taste this?" And I was like, "Oh, that's good. Oh, you like that one? You should taste this." I must have sat at the Goose Island, like their little kiosk there. I must have sat or their booth. I must have sat at their booth for like a freaking like 40 minutes. She's like, "Oh, you must really like our beer." I'm like, "Oh yeah, give me another one of those." They had a barley wine that was amazing. They had an imperial stout that was freaking amazing. Their IPA was really good. I didn't think anybody, coming from SoCal, I didn't think anybody in the Midwest or the East Coast could make IPAs. This was back in like 2002 maybe.
Yeah.
I was at that fest, and East Coast really wasn't making IPAs like we were on the West Coast. I was really used to these really super bomber, hoppy beers, and they made a freaking super hot bomb IPA, and I was just like, man, I love this place. So that's my story about Goose Island.
The first time I encountered Goose Island was actually out here at a BJ's beer tasting, and it was a winter warmer. It was all winter style beers and stouts and whatnot, and they had like 13 beers on there. The second to the last one was my favorite at the time, which was Stone's Imperial Russian Stout. That was my favorite at the time. Then after that, they had this thing called Bourbon County Stout. I had no idea what that was, and I was like, "Oh yay!" I was so happy when I got my Stone's Imperial Russian Stout. That's so fantastic. And they're like, "Okay, now for the Bourbon County Stout." That instantly became my new favorite beer. Oh my goodness, that was fantastic.
Yeah. So this brewery was started by
what's his name? John Hall.
John Hall
in 1988.
And now his son is the brewmaster.
Right,
So,
Greg Hall.
So total family operation.
Exactly, and that's I know their Sophie is named after his daughter.
Yeah, we've tasted Sophie on the show before, so yeah.
And Matilda, I'm not certain. Maybe he has another daughter. I don't know.
That's his stepmother.
I don't know.
His mother-in-law or something like that. Sorry, bro.
Not when it's this good. If it was something like that, probably not going to be this good. But I'm not certain there. But he has a tendency to really respect that family nature of the brewery, so I wouldn't be surprised. So, but that's
totally what I love about American craft beer, man. It's like it's not some big industrial compound with a CEO here and a marketing guys over here. It's just a bunch of crap.
How can we, get the most bang for our marketing dollar? No, they don't care. They're making good beer. They're putting it in their brew kettles. That's where their money's going, and it shows from the look on his face right there.
Wow, I'm just getting like so many like these odd spices that are coming through with this beer.
And you know what? And it's not really made with any
spices. There's a little bit more if you
spices.
want to pour the rest of it.
Oh, of course. According to everything that I've seen on this beer, one of the unique...
Yeah, no, they're not putting like cinnamon and nutmeg and stuff in this beer at all. No,
and as a matter of fact,
coming from natural fermentation.
And matter of fact, one of the key elements that John Hall wanted to have when he started Goose Island was he wanted to have it open to the consumers to really see the brewing process. If you go to their website, they have probably one of the most open websites in telling you so many details about their specific beers, and it's really refreshing.
They have a brewery tour that goes through like each step of the process and shows their bottling line and all that stuff.
If I ever get to Chicago, I'm going.
Oh yeah,
you guys will see me, I'm sure. But and so I think that's really, really cool that they not only are they making
they're
great
very
beer,
open about their process,
exactly,
which is a good thing. I mean, candied sugar.
That's the Belgian candy sugar, yeah.
That's what I'm getting.
Yeah,
now I'm starting to pick it up.
Okay.
I'm like, candied sugar.
And that's standard for Belgians. Belgians.
I don't know. Is there? I didn't see anywhere.
I didn't see it.
Research there's candied sugar.
I didn't see it, but it is.
But I'm getting that for sure.
It is very, very appropriate to style. So there would be no surprises that would be in there.
Yeah, definitely picking that up now.
There you go.
Oh, great beer, man.
Excellent.
Cheers.
Definitely.
Get out there and drink some craft beer.